Oh boy, do we have a lot to break down in this video, guys. We're going to go over the stock market, charts, some bad news that's coming up here in a couple of days. We have to break that down in this video. And of course, we're going to talk a little bit about crypto, look at Bitcoin, Ethereum, where those are trading. So sit back, relax, take a sip of your coffee, and let's just dive into the video. So it's currently about 11:30 a.m. on the East Coast when I'm filming this video, and we have the S&P 500 up 0.3%, the NASDAQ 100's up pretty much 0.07, so pretty much at break even, I guess. The Russell's up 0.9%, so small caps are doing well, as we have the Dow up 0.3%. The VIX is up also about 0.3, 0.4%, as we have gold down 0.4%, and we have silver up 0.6%. Like I said, we're going to talk about Bitcoin, Ethereum here in a couple of minutes very quickly. So what I'm noticing on SPY, and we'll talk about Triple Q in a second. You guys know how this goes, right? SPY right now is bouncing back from an initial sell-off this morning. You guys can see earlier in the day, we hit, well, I guess earlier in the pre-market, we hit $393 almost here on SPY. And notice how that is above the Friday close, right? Above the levels we were at on Friday, and that's the same thing on Triple Q. We'll take a look at that here in a second. So we ended up selling off from that pre-market high to about 387 roughly. This thing fell about 1.3%, and that was the low from about an hour and a half ago. And now we're starting to rebound, and we've been rebounding for a good hour, almost hour and a half. Now we're above the moving averages on the 5-day, 5-minute chart on SPY, and Triple Q, it's the same thing, right? Well, I guess actually not the same thing. Triple Q's not quite yet out of the moving averages here on the 5-day, 5-minute, but we notice, the similarities here with SPY are Triple Q also hit a fresh high on this 5-day chart this morning in the pre-market. We took the highs out from Friday. We pulled back a little bit this morning, but we're rebounding. So I'm actually going to set my alert. Good thing I saw this. I'm going to set my alert at 290, maybe 296. Mark is at or above. If we get buying pressure out of there at any point today, that's going to be very bullish, considering that is roughly the resistance from this morning, right around market open. And, if we do take that point out, watch for a move to that pre-market high, maybe even higher. But not to burst your bubble, guys, we have some bad news coming up here in a couple of days. And on top of that, on the 4-hour chart, we're still in a downtrend, and we're getting a little bit of selling pressure right around the 180 SMA on the 4-hour chart on both Triple Q and SPY. You guys can see that. That is, I'm not going to say I'm panicking or extremely worried, because I'm not, guys, but it's the reality of the matter here. If we get selling here, which, we're not necessarily getting a confirmation of, a breakout or selling pressure quite yet, but if we start dumping aggressively, that's not going to be good at these levels, and we might end up dumping, because in 2 days from now, let me actually transfer over here to the Safari tab, and we'll talk about Bitcoin, Ethereum a little bit. In 2 days from now, we are getting the Q2 GDP number for this year. And you guys remember, you should know at this point, Q1 was negative. You guys can see here. Let me see if you can actually see it. Yep, you can. Real gross domestic product decreased at an annual rate of 1.5% in the first quarter of 2022, following an increase of 6.9% in the fourth quarter of 2021. The decrease was revised down 0.1%, yada, yada, yada. So what you guys have to realize is, in Q1, we had negative GDP, 1.5% annualized. And if in Q2, which comes out, the next release is on the 29th, which is on Wednesday, if Q2 comes out and it's also negative, which a lot of people believe that, we are going to be in a textbook recession. Now, a lot of us already know we're in a recession. We've been feeling this for a while. We understand this. People, in the financial community, YouTubers, people that, are really paying attention to stuff, right? They understand it. Even a lot of everyday Americans, of course, they feel the inflation, all of that. Of course, we're all going through that with inflation, but I feel like if we officially get in a recession, we'll see in 2 days, once that's official, and maybe the Fed recognizes it, maybe it's blasted all over the news, and now everybody starts realizing we're in a recession, I mean, that could cause a new stir of selling here, panic, if you will. I don't think it's going to be, awful, terrible panic, but I mean, it could be, who knows, at the end of the day. But at some point, if we do get that recession, it starts getting blasted everywhere, Powell speaking about it, yada, 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 which who knows if he even addresses it. I mean, we'll see. I mean, he probably will. He has to, right? I don't know. I think things could get a little bit uglier, more volatile. Let's put it that way. So, understand that, guys. Seriously, keep that in mind here in the coming days. Again, the 29th is when we get that second, quarter GDP number. Now let's take a look here at Bitcoin, Ethereum, and see what's going on these charts. So what I'm noticing is we are starting to sell off a little bit more aggressively here on Bitcoin. I think last night when I filmed, it was at 20,900, 21,000 roughly. Now we're at 20,700. Bitcoin's down 1.4%. And like I said, guys, 23,000, that's a big resistance here. I've been saying that for, a couple of days at this point. And, every day it seems like we fail at that point. 22,000 roughly, 21.5. So if this falls under 20,000, which we're not there yet, but if it does at some point this week, that is going to be very bad for the bulls. Bears are going to get full head of steam at that point, maybe back towards low 19s, mid 18s. That's where this could be going. If things do get ugly after that, Q2 GDP number comes out. And pretty much everything I just said applies to Ethereum. I mean, these are practically the same chart at the end of the day. Ethereum's now under 1,200. It's at 1,180. I think yesterday when I was filming, it was well over 1,200. So if this starts falling under 1,150, 1,100, especially 1,000, guys, that's going to be a huge technical break on Ethereum, and who knows, that could be coming here in the next couple of days. I'm not trying to be a doomsdayer. I'm just trying to be realistic. Let's be honest, guys. And who knows, maybe that recession, the negative GDP print, that could be priced into the stock market already. It might be, but if it hits the mainstream media, Powell speaking, it causes even more fear. And who knows how far the recession is going to get, how bad it's going to get. I feel like there's more fear to come. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm feeling right now. Let me know your thoughts down below about that, guys. And if you are finding value, smash that like button. Make sure to subscribe and get your free stocks from not only Webull, which is the platform you see right here. This is Webull. You can get 6 stocks from them, linked down below with any amount deposited. But you could also get 10 stocks from Moomoo with $100 deposited. And each of those stocks could be valued all the way up to $2,500. So if you guys want some free money, again, from Webull and Moomoo, use those links down below. And with that being said, cheers. Let's talk about some stocks. So let's start out with Voyager, guys. Ticker symbol VYGVF. Voyager's currently down 12% on the day. It's chilling at 51 cents as I'm filming this video. And 3-hour Arrows Capital has defaulted officially on a loan worth more than $670 million. I believe a couple of days ago we talked about this. Voyager set a deadline for today, literally the 27th, and they couldn't cough up the money. The loan was worth more than $670 million, and the digital asset brokerage Voyager Digital issued a notice on Monday morning stating that the fund failed to repay a loan of $350 million in the U.S. dollar peg stablecoin USDC and 15,250 Bitcoin worth about $323 million at today's prices. So, I mean, these hedge funds are getting derailed. I mean, this is awful. This is probably comparable to what happened with GameStop and AMC and a bunch of hedge funds, about a year ago. What's that prominent hedge fund that got really destroyed from GameStop, AMC? I forget what they're called now. It's slipping my mind. But you guys know what I'm talking about. This is getting ugly. And if those charts, what I just talked about with Ethereum, Bitcoin, if they break those key levels, man, this could get even worse. We could be getting margin calls from MicroStrategy if Bitcoin gets down to 15, 13, 11, who knows? These could really start to implode. So we're seeing 3 Hours Capital get, again, like I said, derailed at this point. And who knows if Voyager is going to make it out of this bear market. By the looks of it, it went from $21 It's 51 cents now. This is pricing in bankruptcy. I mean, Voyager at this point, it's an OTC stock. We know that OTC stocks have way more risk, right? We already knew that. This has been a thing for a while, guys. And at this point, could it go to 5 cents? It sure freaking could. Could it go to 10, 20 cents? Absolutely. Could it go bankrupt? For sure. In fact, there's a decent likelihood it goes bankrupt. I'm not saying it will for sure. I'm not trying to be a doomsdayer, but that's just reality, guys. So that's a quick little update on Voyager. Chewy is another stock that I want to go over in this video, which I'm freaking pissed I didn't buy Chewy, guys. I'm so freaking pissed. This is a stock that we analyzed about 2 months ago, and no joke, it would have been a double up if I bought it where we analyzed it. Do you remember? I think it was the price to sales ratio was under 1 or right around a 1. I mean, Chewy got beaten down so badly to the point where I'm not going to say it was a value stock, dirt cheap value stock, because it wasn't in reality, but it got beaten down so badly to the point where I was like, this is decent. This is pretty good. It was $120. It got to 20, and I'm pissing myself because when I was talking about it, it was literally $25, $22, $23, and we were making videos about it. You remember that. And now it's at $38. It literally has doubled up, and now I'm thinking to myself, you know, I'm not going to force a buy here, but if this pulls back, and mind you, it's actually been reversing, which is a good sign. You know, if you're in the camp of, okay, I'm not trying to time the bottom, I'm going to wait for a reversal, this is actually a great setup because and honestly, we don't know if this is the bottom, but right now, it looks like it's making some higher lows. It's reversing. This is a great setup if you like to wait for that confirmation. And we're getting that breakout, but we're just a bit overbought. So if this pulls back to about 30, 32, 33, I would really consider a position in Chewy, personally. I'm not telling you guys what to do, but personally, that's where I'd look at it. And today, the reason why they're up 0.7%, and I mean, they've been running for a while, but today they got upgraded and their rating went from hold to buy with a $55 price target. And again, I'm freaking pissed at myself a little bit. I should have threw some money at it a couple of weeks ago, but I didn't. And who knows? Maybe if the bear market really gets bad, maybe Chewy gets back to 20 and under 20. It could easily happen. So who knows? Maybe this is a blessing in disguise. So Chewy, you guys got to watch it. AZO is another one, which is AutoZone. This is up 1.1% on the day, and this also got upgraded. They got upgraded to a buy from neutral, and their price got adjusted from $1,969 a share to now almost $2,300 a share. So pretty nice price increase there, and I forget what the analyst or who the analyst was or what firm that was. Oh, it was Goldman Sachs. Okay, Goldman Sachs upgraded them, which is solid. So at this point, it's pretty overbought, I'll be honest, but if we do get some sort of pullback or maybe just consolidation, I might have to get in this one. You know, 21.50, I'm watching it, and then from there, who knows? Maybe we do go towards 2,300 like Goldman Sachs thinks, considering 22.70 roughly was that high also, the resistance point. It is resistance from the end of April. So AutoZone, Chewy, Voyager, which Voyager, by no means am I going long them. I just wanted to cover that stock in this video, just to break down some news, right? It's pretty prominent right now with considering what's going on in the crypto market. So let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys. Smash that like button, subscribe, join my Patreon if you want all my moves in the markets, buys, sells, call outs, morning videos, more access to me throughout the day. That's linked down below, or you can go to stocksurfest.com/Patreon, and you could also get, don't forget, your 10 free stocks from Moo, each up to $2,500 with a $100 deposit, and your 6 stocks from Webull with any amount deposited. All of those free stocks are linked down below. And with that being said, cheers, guys. I'll catch you in the next video. Good luck today. It's going to be an interesting next couple of days. Peace out.